Darkness. Darkness is all there was in the beginning. But it was not always to be. For soon, lands were shaped by an unseen hand of an author. The worlds began to thrive, and a people was born. A very small people, a timid folk. Not too dissimilar to us humans, but different enough. Their universe was vast, a great expanse in the stars, but very few worlds were occupied, or so they believed. For eventually, they became across creatures of unknown origin, massive Goliath reptiles. The only thing in our world that they could be compared to are dinosaurs, but they battled in the stars, and their battles were so fierce, worlds were destroyed. The creatures slowly disappeared to time. Many believed that they killed each other off. Others believed they went into holes beneath the different worlds. Both theories are not entirely inaccurate. But the humans that lived in these worlds were soon also lost to time, and the universe was empty. Thanks to the author, the universe was reshapen and reconfigured. The worlds no longer circled a sun, but a central world, a world that would bring balance to all the others. A world of darkness, and a world of light, and a world of shadow. This world would become known as the Central Realms, a gateway to all other worlds to unite them, so that humanity would never again go extinct. But humans were not the first creatures to be born on these worlds, no. It was a new race, one never seen before. A race of gargoyles, mysterious and cunning and wise. They built structures, developed economies, and became the greatest force in almost any world. Took centuries to become this way, but a gargoyle's lifespan is long, and they are patient. They built up the greatest kingdom the realms would ever see. But it would not last, for among all of their other traits, gargoyles are also very solitary. And when the other races were born in the world, they did not want any part of it. They returned to the Shadow Realm, the place of their conception, and hid. Meanwhile, a new race of elves began to spread throughout the realms. They were a fair race. They cared not for darkness, so they stayed clear of the realm of darkness entirely, residing in the realm of light and building up great kingdoms using the ruins of what the gargoyles built. But soon enough, another race came, a race of humans. Humans were not quite so fair as the elves. While many loved the realm of light and resided within, others loved the darkness and began to build up their own civilizations, each forming their own royal families and kingships. But when this happens, peace cannot last. Darkness and light are too dissimilar. It wasn't long before the realm of darkness attacked, and the humans and elves of the realm of light assembled under one banner and one king. They fought back in many wars, and the balance was always kept. Unfortunately, many elves became seduced by the allure and sweetness of darkness, so they joined their realm, and wars were waged again and again and again, each time ending in the same result. Each realm stayed within their boundaries. But this never-ending cycle of war needed to end, so the author sought to bring about peace. He commanded the kings of darkness and light to create swords of kingship that would be passed down to heirs who would hold the same values of protecting each realm's borders. And for a long while, peace thrived. The weapons of war were put away, not to be used for another 1,000 years. But again, peace cannot last, and power corrupts absolutely. The king of the realm of darkness sought to conquer the realm of light once more, and he turned to the fallen angels, a race of beings that resided on another plane of existence. They taught him the art of orc spawning, an abominable act outlawed by the author himself to create a monstrosity, a force that could not be reckoned with. They were barbaric, and they hewed down the realm of light until there was barely anything left. The king of the realm of light, however, was very displeased, and he turned to another race, a race of dwarves. They aided him in rebuilding their forces, and he took the fight to the realm of darkness. And the elves helped him, of course, to free their home, but the king's ambition grew too great. He sought to wipe out the realm of darkness, to commit mass genocide. But these values contradicted that of what the realm of light should be, so the elves attempted to stop him. He would not let them. He hewed down their rulers and made them retreat to the south, thus creating a long-running blood feud between elves and men. The humans began their march on the realm of darkness and nearly destroyed it. If not for the words of his council, the king of the realm of light would have wiped out the bloodline of the realm of darkness kingship, an act that was also an abominable one. He was ashamed by his actions, so the king of the realm of light exiled himself to the Shadow Realm, a land where no one escaped, and the myth of the gargoyles continued to live on. In his absence, his heir took up the throne, but without his father's sword of kingship, he could never lay claim to it. And so, for centuries, each heir would journey to the Shadow Realm at the end of their reign to attempt to retrieve the sword, but none ever returned. And the kingship of the realm of darkness was lost, the sword being hidden, no one knew where. And the heirs were taken to the realm of light to be re-educated. But it was prophesied that a king would return to the throne of the realm of darkness and reclaim it, bringing it back to its former glory. And it happened. A young heir named Shimley found the Sword of Kingship and set up his kingdom in the realm of darkness once more. He ruled fairly. By all accounts, he was a wise and great king, even by the terms of the realm of light. He was fair and just. No decision he made was unwise. But the sword had a power about it. It possessed all of what the realm of darkness stood for, and it began to warp the young king, turning him into something that he once would have hated. An evil king, one who sought the same as his ancestors. And thus he now seeks more war, but this time he will learn from the mistakes of his ancestors. And his advantage is great now that the men and the elves are divided and leaderless. They have no king, and the Shadow Realm has lain dormant for so long. But there is one thing that everyone forgot, something lost to the annals of history. The gargoyles made a prophecy, one with great implications. The firstborn of the realm of darkness and of the realm of light would also be known as the firstborn of shadow, one with power unparalleled to any in any world. He would be known as the Shadow Master, and he would bring balance to the realms once more in the greatest war they have ever seen. But when the most of this world forgot the prophecy, those who remembered it forgot one very special clause. There would be another, one adopted by Shadow and not born by it. But there is only one throne, and there can be only one